a block. The kicker to beat inside of him. He's got the speed. He's going to go all the way. Pressure comes. They get to him. He's down back at the 22-yard line. He's got it open. Forward. Touchdown, Calvin Clemens.
Oregon football with Mike Bellotti.
Now strong in motion. Will go back and rolling half roll to throw. Step up. Looking. Way downfield. Wide open. Rosario. He's there. Touchdown, Oregon. Dante Rosario.
And hello, everyone. Welcome to Oregon football with Mike Bellotti. An offensive outburst early in the game. Of course, Oregon not able to hold on at the end. Coach, you know, been around football not as long as you have, but quite a while. And I don't think he gets any deeper in the heart than that one.
No, I think we played a good football game. I knew we were using a lot of energy in the first half. It was a very long first half. And unfortunately, we lost a couple players. Demetrius Williams didn't play. Tim Day did not play in the second half. Robin Knievel had to go out. And I think those things hurt us. We also did not tackle very well in the game, and it became a more consistent theme in the second half when they controlled the football. We got some great play out of our special teams, great play out of our offense, explosion. Defense played inconsistently, played very well at times against a very good offensive football team in Cal, but couldn't sustain that. And our tackling, just our play at the line of scrimmage, dropped off as the game went on.
Now, of course, everyone will remember the last incompletion, but there were a lot of plays in this game that could have turned the outcome both ways. I mean, they missed a couple field goals. They hit the uprights. They had the ball and didn't get converted at all. But, you know, you think about that last incompletion and also the missed extra point, but there are a lot of plays, weren't there?
Yeah, there were several opportunities for us. I mean, both offensively and defensively make a difference in this game to not give up scores, not give up field position, or to take advantage of some of those things. We did a great job in the first half, did not do in the second half, did not sustain ourselves in terms of the drives. We had 4 or 5 drop passes in the game. Unfortunately, the one at the end is something that happens. And as I've said many times, one play does not lose a game for you. I've never, ever felt that. Certainly a play sometimes can win a game, but you don't lose a game that way. There are a lot of opportunities that we had on offense, defense, and special teams to make a difference. I was very proud of the effort of these young men, very proud of the way they battled. I told them I had a want list on Friday night. I said, I want to be proud of the way we play. I want to be proud of the way we battle. I want to be proud of the way we won. And unfortunately, we got 2 out of 3. That doesn't count for much.
Coach, when you look at the season, you've had 4 games now come down to the final play, basically. And you've won 2 of them, you've lost 2 of them. And this one, though, to come so close in it, I mean, from an emotional standpoint, getting the team back, it's great. The elation when you win it. When you don't, getting them back and getting them with 2 important games to go seems to be the most pressing issue right now.
Yeah, it's tougher on a Sunday and a Monday when you don't win. You put that much effort out and don't win. But again, I'll say this. I like this group of kids. I think that they're very resilient, very resourceful. I think they believe in each other. I think they realize that they took the number 4 team in the nation to the final play of the game and had chances to win and could have won that football game, put themselves in a position to do that. That is something we have to be proud of. The fact that we didn't win, didn't finish the job is something we have to be concerned about. But we have 2 more chances. And obviously, it's just one at a time. We have a big game against UCLA because that can, in a sense, ensure a winning season, ensure bowl game possibilities. All those things, we take it 1 game at a time.
And we found out that UCLA game will be on ABC TV, so that's good news. 12:30 kickoff on ABC, going for the Ducks and UCLA. Let's go to the highlights of this one now. Oregon against the California Bears in Berkeley. A huge crowd, a great atmosphere. Your team was inspired, I thought, emotionally, maybe as high as they've been all year.
Well, we had a great week of practice in that regard. I don't know we always executed extremely well, but we did practice with a purpose, and I think we felt really good about our chances to win this football game.
Come out running the football. Start with it, Terrence Whitehead for 2 yards, and then looking for Cameron Colvin for a first down. I thought the first drive was just, even though no points out of it, just nice and calming and move the ball a little bit.
Yeah, it's nice to get a couple first downs, get the thing on track. Again, Cal's defense had pitched, 2 straight shutouts, and a lot of times Terrence Whitehead running very, very hard, and he did not feel well. He was sort of ill and banged up a little bit, but did some just great things with the ball.
You see that one right there. That was a great run on 2nd and 10. Third down, they get to Cal, and they got to him quite a bit during the day, and that was a big factor in the game.
Yeah, combination. We had nobody open there. Our protection did not hold up, and that's been a concern. We have 5 sacks on the day. One of them was on Kellen. He needed to throw the ball high, didn't get it done, but most of the time it was on our protection.
The Bears have scored on their first possession in all but 1 game. Here, Rogers to Jordan for 14, and then this play, I know as a coach, probably really gets you. They had a guy uncovered, and they took advantage.
Yeah, we missed a line, and that's, we lined to that all year long. Very, very frustrating. I mean, I can't tell you because the coaches, we saw it, were yelling, but they can't hear us, and we just didn't get it done. 36 yards on the play, and then J.J. Arrington right up the middle, untouched, 30 yards, 7-0. So they score on their first drive.
And nice touchdown for J.J. Arrington, who, of course, had a big day. So a tough start, but a great response drive. Starts at the Oregon 29.
And Clemens under center. Waits for it, has it, and will go back to throw. Steps up, throws it out. Tim able to grab it to 30, 35, turns it up, first down, and boom! Oh, did he put a pop on at the 42-yard line?
I thought it was important for us to answer. Again, in this type of game, we did not want to give them an early, easy score, which we did. But we needed an answer on offense. Came right back, got the ball in Tim Day's hands. He makes an emphatic statement about the type of game it's going to be.
Day for 14 yards. You can just see how important he is to the offense. He's going to get another one here for 11 yards. What happened between the first half and the second half for him? Did he get cold after that? Did he get re-injured?
He came in with a suspect ankle, high ankle type sprain, bruise of the calf, and it tightened up on him. He wasn't able to go.
Kellen on the option. 13 more big chunks.
Great job. And again, he's pretty excited there. Obviously, again, we had put this play in a little bit new wrinkle. Nice job blocking down the field. See Tim Day on his block down there. Marcus Maxwell on his block. Kellen makes 2 guys miss. Breaks 2 tackles, just keeps driving.
Really sold it, too. Down to the Cal 33. And then how about Dante Rosario? Looking for Dante. Going to find him out there in the flat. And he'll pick up another 12 yards. So first downs all around, every play.
Yeah, nice job. Again, Kellen very sharp, operating the offense. Good job by Dante in the catch and run.
Here's Kellen to Rosario again. That's the only play on the drive that didn't result in a first down. Sets up a 2nd and 2 at the 13.
Inside of him. One back. Clemens. We'll go back and on the inside hand up. Whitehead, big hole, 5-3, 2-1-yard line.
Nice design. We had this play in to complement the passing game, sort of a draw type trap. Great execution, huge hole. You and I, Joe, could have run through that.
Maybe not me.
You'd have got there. But Terrence again just tripped up right at the goal line. Sets up 1st and goal.
Ducks looking for the tie.
Here's triple tied in. Out of the eye. Clemens under center. Back. Going to throw the ball. Throws over the corner of the end zone. Tim Day, touchdown!
Again, nice execution. Good blocking up front. They blitz us, come off the edge with 2. We've got 2 receivers in the route. You can't cover them both. Kellen, very nice touch on this ball. Just floats it in the corner of the end zone for Tim. Get Tim or Dante. Nice job, touchdown.
I think I said on
Tim or Kaus.
Sorry about that, Coach. I think I said on the telecast that was the best drive of the year. 7 plays, 71. You go to the onside kick. Let's talk about this because you got it. They said there was an illegal block in there.
Yeah, you can't block until the ball's gone 10 yards downfield. It's difficult to tell. The ball obviously went past 10 yards. The guy that was blocked was way past 10 yards. Hits us right in the hands. We do recover it. It's hard to tell from this angle. But again, once you kick the ball into the ground, it's a live ball. As soon as it's gone 10 yards, we can recover it. You can block. And again, there's the block. It's hard to tell where the ball is in relationship to the line, to the 10-yard must-pass line.
You see it out there in the corner, so you come right back to it. Surprised everybody.
Well, we didn't think they could stop it. Again, this is very close. We've worked on this, and we've got it in the repertoire. And again, I wasn't going to sit on it. We said, let's get after it and try to get some field position for opportunity to score.
So they get the ball back, short field, obviously risk-reward situation. Arrington for 20 yards there. And so, you know, your defense has been in this position a lot this year, and they've come up big. There's no reason to think they wouldn't here either.
No, we knew it was going to put them in a tough situation, and we missed a couple tackles on the first 20-yard run, and we're just letting them create too much space in which to tackle.
Rodgers to the outside. It's incomplete again, and then after a procedure penalty, moves it back for 3rd and 15. So big 3rd and 15 coming up, and Rodgers is going to go back and look down the field and over the middle, and they get one to the tight end.
Yeah, we misjudged this very badly. Have a chance to break it up or at least tackle a guy for no score, but they complete it and get the go-ahead touchdown.
That lead is 14-7, but it's not a lead that lasts long, and part of that's due to Ryan Shaw.
15, 20, 25, nice haul. He's through. 40, trying to get outside. 50, the kicker to beat. 40, and slips as he goes down the sideline out of bounds to the Bear 38-yard line.
Great return, great blocking. You see again, there's a huge lane right there. Nice job of getting off to the races. Ryan now out there. One guy to beats the kicker, but the momentum just carries him. He tries to cut, and he slips a little bit. Cannot negotiate that turn to stay in bounds.
So he just gets tripped up a little bit there. But great to see Ryan Shaw have a big play in this game. Ducks don't waste any time.
Now strong in motion. We'll go back and roll in half hole to throw. Step up, looking, way downfield, wide open. Rosario, he's there. Touchdown, Oregon, Dante Rosario.
Nice job again by the entire offense. Good job on the protection. Nice throw. Nice job by Dante negotiating the catch and getting into the end zone. That ball drifted a little bit to the side, but again, nice execution on this play.
You see the throw, 38 yards on the touchdown, and that ties it up again at 14. Momentum right now, wearing white as Jared Siegel goes back to kick it off yet again.
As Williams and Lynch are deep, and this one's pooch kick, but deeper this time. It's going to come down and be taken up the ball. Follow loose on its own. I don't know yet. It's a big pile. Oregon says we got it.
This is a nice job. Again, we're trying to move the ball around. Jared kicks a sky kick deep right. Again, they mishandle it right there. We come in. It's a battle for it at the bottom of the pile. Who actually got that?
They said Jerry Matson kept fighting. You see him there on top.
I see, yeah.
He just fought for the ball, and then Whitehead, after a short Whitehead run, Clemens picks up the first down to the Cal 16-yard line. Now remember, the Cal defense, 2 straight shutouts. First in red zone defense, Oregon going to the air.
Clemens lost it over the middle. It is Tim Day. Touchdown, Oregon, Tim Day. What a strike from Kellen Clemens.
I tell you, the excitement level is unbelievable at this point. And the fans, everybody.
Well, we're hitting on all cylinders in terms of taking advantage of special teams, creating field position, getting the turnover. Offense is responding. Great job here. This is a laser shot into Tim Day's back shoulder. Great catch by him, just between the safeties. Touchdown.
It was one of those times where the momentum is so big, and then the extra point kind of deflates it a little bit. That's a tough break right there.
Yeah, we just missed it. The hold and snap were fine. We just pushed a little bit right, hit that upright.
So it's 20-14, traded a couple of punts, but what a first quarter. Offensively, one of the best first quarters I think I've ever seen. 192 yards of offense for Oregon. Kellen, 10 of 12, 3 touchdowns, 12 first downs. That's a great quarter.
Yeah, it was a great start to the game. We talked about that we weren't going to back off. We just want to keep going, take advantage, take some shots, and take some chances against the number 4 team in the nation, the leader on offense and defense in our conference, and obviously we played very well.
Doug's having right now, 20-14 coming up. The offense continues to explode in the first half. Second half, backed off a little bit. Moving the ball against what was the conference's best defense, though. This one up top to Marcus Maxwell. That and more when we return on Oregon Football with Mike Bellotti right after this. All right, welcome back, everyone. The Ducks will return home to Austin Stadium next week. Let's hope for some good weather, not fog like it was. Hey, we got lucky landing last night, didn't we? They pushed us down in the fog.
Great job by the pilot and the whole crew.
It could have been a long night. They would have taken us up to Portland, but we did land, and Oregon comes out after forcing a Cal punt. Terrence Whitehead for 4 yards, but a holding call brings it back. Had to fight through some penalties here in the second quarter.
Yeah, we did, and I was really proud of the team. Terrence, great run here. Great job of blocking and get out, convert that long second down.
That was a 2nd and 16, Coach, and he picks up 18.
Yeah, he did a great job. You know, we're trying to do a little something to help their playing for pass, a little surprise, and again, it worked very well.
Now remember, that's a team that held USC to 204 total yards. That play, you went over that amount. Fortunate here.
Yeah, we dropped it again. Just tough. We don't quite make them all. We dropped 4 or 5 passes in this game that were sort of frustrating, but Kellen continues to just, you know, keep on going.
They started to bring some more pressure too.
Yeah, that was more just our inability. We had 4 on 3 and they beat us, and that's a frustrating thing.
So the Bears get the ball back, and Coach, we talked a lot this year how your defense, they've had a lot of 3 and outs. This was the only time they forced a 3 and out in the entire game.
Yeah, it was tough. Cal has a lot of weapons, and again, we didn't play as well as we're capable of playing on defense. Again, oftentimes we kept the pressure on. Good job. Robbie had dropped into coverage there, and the ball surprisingly hit him right in the belly a little bit. He had his hands up to try to block the pass.
And that'll leave a mark, no question about that. And a little end-over-ender punt. Finney fields it, and nice little return. Gives you a pretty good field position to the 27-yard line. 8:47 to go in the half now. And then Terrence Whitehead, who, again, closed in on 100 yards, didn't quite get there, but fights for a tough 3 here.
Yeah, he ran very, very well. We need to sustain our blocks a little bit longer. Terrence should have got 100 yards. We should have just worked harder to get him that yardage.
Some more receiving yards. He was sick as well, so he had to really step up and play even though he was sick. False start moves it back 5. Kellen looking for Terrence again.
The blitz coming. Here it comes. Here's the screen. And throw it out to Whitehead. He's got a little room. 40 inside of the 50, inside of the 45 of the Bears. It'll be a first down.
Yeah, just tremendous job. Nice job by Kellen and the design of the play. This is a hot situation. They blitz. We pick it up, see it, dump it out to the back. He makes a great job of cutting back right there. And again, doesn't know the first down where it is, but he just continues to fight, gets yards after contact, gets the first down.
That was 18 yards into Cal territory. Big chunks. Whitehead for 17 on this play, but a holding call brings it back. That was a real tough call, Coach, but it comes back. So Oregon having to overcome the penalties, and they do. You see the option there, brought it back a couple yards. Another holding penalty brings it back. So,
yeah, we had a couple there miscues, and again, we need to try to make up for it.
Gets it upfield, 30, goes outside, gets by one man, 20. He's got a chance. 15, and finally goes down at about the 10. Is he all right? He sure is.
Nice job, nice execution on the quarterback draw. Again, called play. Kellen, nice job of improvising, run right there. Boom, little move. And again, beats 23, their leading tackler. He just gets his back ankle there, trips him a little bit. Kellen's fine enough to signal first down, help the officials make sure they understood that.
62 yards on the ground for Kellen in the first half. So the Bears right now really on their heels. Tim Day, but another penalty. Holding takes this one back to the 17. Not to be deterred, though. Oregon continues to move the football.
A great job. This is a touchdown. I watched this. It was very difficult to see this holding penalty on film. It was a great block, and again, we're forced to overcome some adversity.
So again, here's the Whitehead play for 10 yards. This takes it inside the 10-yard line, takes a big hit. 3rd and 6 now at the California 7-yard line.
Short to the right. One back is Whitehead. Spoon also out to the left. Now Maxwell over there. And back to throw the ball. Clemens throws it toward the corner of the end zone, and it is caught by Maxwell for the score.
And this is a tremendous throw. Nice protection. Nice route, but great throw. A lot of art. Puts it out to the corner, throws it to an area where Marcus Maxwell can gather it in. A lot of room to work there. Perfect throw and catch.
You see the Duck fans right there in that corner. That was a goosebump play. Put it right there.
That. That's a great way to describe it.
I said on the telecast, that ball's coming down like a baby, just so delicate, and he brought it in, and a great play there. And right here, big opportunity there, but they get this right here at the end of the first half.
Yeah, they don't rest. They didn't relax at all, and they get a big play there. Pass interference against us. They take the play instead because it's more. They're working on us a little bit. Their best receiver, Jeff MacArthur, is making some plays.
That one takes it.
That was probably a fumble. That should have been called. The ball came out in midair before he hit the ground. We stole it from him. We came up cleanly with the ball. Officials missed it.
Here's the result. To the end zone, MacArthur touchdown. And so you had 20 unanswered points. They come back and get a touchdown right before half. And you go to the break after their touchdown, so they get a little momentum in there. Kellen, though, 15 of 20, 4 touchdowns in the first half. You have the lead. Feeling good about it. I know probably frustrated about that last touchdown, though.
Well, again, it was too easy. I kept saying that. Our defense is a good group of young men, and they're working very, very hard. And we played well at times, and then we played at times like we weren't totally focused. And to give credit to Cal, they're a very good offensive football team with tremendous weapons, but that's frustrating for all of us. I like where we were. That first half took a long time. It just seemed like about a whole game, and I knew it took its toll on us. We needed to come back at halftime, though, and reemphasize why we were there, what we were doing, all the positives we had.
I still thought a great job overcoming the penalties on that drive, though. There were 3 penalties on that drive and still got the touchdown. Earlier in the year, we've seen those drives stop because of penalties.
Yeah, and we did overcome those penalties. I think our kids just said, the heck with it. That doesn't matter. We're going to do it anyway.
Had to get in the end zone again. Kellen went once. They didn't count it, so they got it to Maxwell. All right, as we go to the half, this was an emotional day in more ways than just on the field Saturday for the Ducks. The highs and lows of college football, we certainly saw them on Saturday, but also the grace and compassion of one father who never got to see his son suit up for the Oregon Ducks. That and more on Oregon Football with Mike Bellotti.
Welcome back to the show, everyone. I'm Michael Burke. Now, this was certainly an emotional return to the Bay Area for the Ducks, with really the entire team still mourning the loss of Oregon recruit Terrence Kelly. And while the entire team honors Kelly with the TK on the back of the helmet, it was even more difficult for the players on the team from De La Salle High. Some of that was tempered by the presence of Terrence's dad, Landrin, at the game and on the Oregon sideline. He's basically adopted the De La Salle kids as his own now. Landrin Kelly was in the locker room before and after, certainly putting the game of football in perspective and just letting all the De La Salle kids know that he's with them and that Terrence is too.
All right, I'll be keeping in contact with them often, like once, twice a week. Just, tell them to keep their head up, keep their spirit going, because that's what Terrence wanted them to do. And back in the Bay Area, I'm starting a youth foundation because all our centers are closed in Richmond. So Mike Bellotti and Nick Aliotti is going to be honorary board members on my board. So I'm collaborating with the Willie McGee Foundation. Should have Terrence's website up by next week. And I got a lot of supporters behind me, and Mike Bellotti and Nick said they're going to do a lot for me and try to get these kids off the street and stop these senseless killings. I just want to tell Cameron and Jackie and the rest of the guys that have fun, and a lot of people love Terrence and took care of him when he was up there. Anthony Truxton lived with him. He said he got a lot of Terrence stuff he's going to send to me, and it was just been nice to come out here and see the guys again.
Okay, when the Terrence Kelly Foundation is set up, we will certainly make sure to let you know so that you can contribute. Now, it was a tough day for so many Oregon and California fans because of the mixing of the coaching staffs. So many former Ducks are involved with the Cal program. But think about how tough it would be to have your dad be an NFL Hall of Famer, Oregon alum, and then your brother, one of the most popular players in Oregon history. Well, that's California linebackers coach Justin Wilcox. The former Junction City star and Duck safety is doing a great job. And his parents, of course, who are still as big as Duck fans as you're going to find anywhere, riding that emotional wave at the game on Saturday.
Well, we really can't lose, can we? No matter who wins, we're going to be happy. Yeah, it's a little tough, but, the Oregon's playing really well today. I mean, they haven't played that well for a long time. I can root for the Ducks and the Cal both, see? So I'm not going to lose in this one. But it would be, unfortunately, they have to play each other, I guess, for us. But, they'll be fine. I don't know how it's going to come out.
And now that we do know how it came out, Mrs. Wilcox will probably be getting busy figuring out how to get Duck fans to whichever bowl game they may go to if they can win one more game. Here's the best look at the bowl picture with 2 games to go. To get to the Holiday Bowl, the Ducks would need to win both games, and Arizona State would have to lose once. Cal and USC would also have to go to the BCS game, or the Ducks could win 2. ASU could also sweep its last 2, but the Holiday Bowl chooses Oregon because of the strong fan base it would travel. Sun Bowl, Oregon would likely trade down if they finish 3rd because of last year's appearance in El Paso. The Insight Bowl is a possibility if Oregon wins its final 2, Arizona State also wins its final 2, or the Ducks split their final 2 games with UCLA, and, of course, the Civil War with OSU. Vegas Bowl, Cal would have to be left out of the BCS picture, and Oregon would have to split its final 2 games. And, of course, you can expect many bowl scouts at Oregon's game this Saturday against the Bruins, and we'll keep you up to date on where the Ducks might go for the postseason. All right, when we come back, it's back to the action. Ducks try to hold off the Bears, but Cal with a little too much offense in that second half. Oregon football with Mike Bellotti continues right after this.
Hey everyone, welcome back. Oregon football with Mike Bellotti here. Oregon leading this one right now by a score of 20-14 as we go right to the third quarter highlights. And, Coach, an unusual quarter in the sense that your offense could never get on track because they just had the ball the whole quarter.
They controlled the ball, controlled the line of scrimmage, made some key plays on some possession downs. We did not tackle very well, and we talked a lot about that. We need to improve our play at the line of scrimmage.
Was it more the tackling than adjustments that they made? What was the difference first half to second?
It was just flat-out tackling and intensity on defense. And, again, I think give credit. They're a very good offensive football team. We made a couple plays there. Haloti stops them to set up a 4th down situation. But, again, you need to make it tough, and 1 yard is tough to stop.
Yeah, so this is a little bit of a risk on their point, kind of in a no man's land, though. They didn't want to give up the ball. They were moving it on the ground, so on 4th down, they go for it. Looks like he got a shot right there, but he scorched through Arrington for 12.
Yeah, their offensive line did a very nice job and sort of took the game over the second half, allowed their backs to get started, and we did not do a good job of just wrapping up and squeezing down, limiting the space.
3rd and 10 goes underneath to MacArthur for 6 yards, but this time you do wrap up and the Ducks hold. So Schneider comes in and he goes back for the field goal. They had the ball here for 6.5 minutes. And he goes back to kick, and guess what he does? Well, he hits that same upright. Well, it's the other upright, but he still hits one of them. And no good, so they had the ball a long time, no points to show for it.
Yeah, it took about 7 minutes off the clock, but they didn't score. That was huge. That was a nice job by our defense to stiffen at the end, keep them out.
Whitehead here for 9 yards, and then after this. Terrence for 2, and this is the only first down of the third quarter, Coach. And you get the first down here, but without Tim Day, without Demetrius Williams in the lineup, except for the one play we're going to see here in a minute, just tough going when you don't have the same personnel.
Well, the other thing hurt us, we lost Robin Kniebel eventually, too, and he is our best center at this point. We're down to our third-string center, and that makes a difference, too, in just in security inside.
So that was out there to Nate Leobrotten. Couldn't quite get it, so they get the ball back after the punt. Looking for Lynch. Marshawn for 18 yards. This is just he's going to be a great player.
He is a great player. He's very difficult to bring down, very aggressive runner, has size and speed.
Then J.J. Arrington going to pick up 3 yards here. Ducks crowd the middle. So 3rd down and 3. Rogers looking for Jordan. Gets him for a little first down right there, but with Cal on the march, the Duck D needs to come up with a big play, and they do.
7.5, almost 8. Rogers 2 receivers to the right at the Duck 36-yard line. And he'll go back to throw. Throws a very quick pass. It is caught. And getting by a bad tackle. It'll be close to a first down. It will be a first down. Robert Jordan. Ball's on the ground. Loose. Oregon got the ball.
Great job by Aaron Gibson, not giving up. Punches the ball out from behind. He's beaten for the completion right there. Misses the initial tackle and comes back and fights back in. You watch his right hand. He's going to punch it out. Just keep knocking it out right there. Bunches out. You can see the punching. Then Ramon Reed and Justin Finnessy combined for the recovery.
Similar to the earlier one that you didn't get, where they just kept trying to rip it out. So that stops the drive. No points again, even though they had the ball for 11 minutes of that third quarter. So far, you take over at the 25. Clemens to Maxwell for 6. And then Kellen here on the option. A little deeper, and he just gets tripped up for 2. And then Demetrius Williams comes in on 3rd down for the first time. The slant was there, just couldn't come up with it.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. We thought that was a route he could run simply because he was limited in terms of ability to cut off that thing, but probably wasn't fair to him. He had not practiced. He tried to stay loose on the sidelines with a bike, and it just wasn't effective.
And that toe just won't give up, will it? I mean,
it won't. Unfortunately, this play, I think, changed the game. We had Arrington stopped. He continues to battle. We're up high. We get knocked off by our own players coming to make the tackle wrap up, and he squirts out for 30 or 40 yards.
And that was also the last play of the quarter, and they got that snap off with 2 seconds to go in the quarter. So you wonder, boy, how would the game have changed? Everybody talks about the incompletion, the missed extra point. What if they just wouldn't have got the playoff in time? 2 seconds, and that changed the whole outcome of the game, maybe.
Well, yeah, maybe. I don't know. I still wrapping up, tackling, take him to the ground. We talked about that stress, that halftime stress that every time the defense came off, because these are great running backs that once they get started, and especially Arrington is low to the ground, 220 pounds and about 5'10", 5'9", or whatever. You've got to get down low, and you've got to wrap up and take him to the ground.
Point being, there were about 10, 12, 15 plays in this game that could have swung it one way or the other. The opportunity was there to upset the number 4 team in the country. Ducks putting together one final drive, and for the 4th time this season, an Oregon game comes down to basically the final play. We'll get through it and then look ahead to the UCLA game right after this. So getting ready to go to the 4th quarter, Oregon and the California Bears, and got the lead. Feeling good about things, huh?
Well, we needed to get more productivity offensively. We had stagnated somewhat, and they had kept our defense on the field quite a while.
They look over to the outside. Arrington going to pick up a few yards here. Matson on the stop. Sets up a 3rd and 6. Rogers to MacArthur for the touchdown, and great catch by MacArthur. Great throw.
Yeah, nice job. Caught us in zone. They ran a great route, great catch, and those guys looked up a lot of times over their career.
The kick is good, and so Cal goes on top 28-27. They haven't led for about 2 hours on the clock, and now Oregon playing from behind. And again, they are able to get to Kellen Clemens.
Yeah, it was a mistake there. That was a hot throw. We need to get rid of the football. We didn't do it.
Loss of 9. That left it 3rd and 19. You get 18 of them back right here in a big hit, but Marcus Maxwell hangs on to the ball, so you got to punt the football again. And the Bears, again, just chewing it up. Everybody talks about, well, what happened to the offense? The offense just never had the ball in the second half.
Yeah, they controlled the ball. I didn't mind this. Again, I like the fact that it come down to one possession for us because I didn't want to give them another chance to score afterwards. Unfortunately, they hit the tight end there to make some big play and get some yardage.
That's for 14 on 3rd down. And then J.J. Arrington squirts out there outside. You can see how quick he is and picking up extra yards. He gets around the corner for 13 yards, but then starts to stiffen up a little bit. Arrington just 2 yards here as they get into kind of the extended red zone area.
Yeah, it's difficult. Again, we can't let them get any other score. I thought they would try to get a field goal or something like that. They get the first down on a nice run just to get over the top.
Then up the middle for a yard. J.D. Nelson, the nice stop. Defense stiffening up. Sets up a 3rd and 7 right here. And this one was kind of one of those, like, you got to be kidding, because they threw a flag on it. And then they had a discussion. Thankfully, they picked it up.
Yeah, it was uncatchable ball for the one receiver, and the other guy was not involved in the play.
So they throw the 30-yard field goal attempt out there to see if they can make Oregon get the touchdown, but they miss it. So here we go. The second half just went away like that, but Oregon with the ball, chance to win against the number 4 team in the country.
Yeah, and we start with a trick play that backfires. We get a big sack. We don't protect. We're going for broke right there, but we do a nice job of coming back. Kellen, very patient, hits Marcus Maxwell underneath for a big gain.
Does a nice job as Maxwell gets up to the 27-yard line. Have a look at it.
Again, you can see we're going motioning one way, moving the pocket a little bit, setting up. We got a 3-receiver route backside. Nice job underneath, and the Marcus showing good speed, makes the first guy miss, gets the ball out of bounds.
Sets up a big 3rd and 6 at the 27.
Under center with 2, with 1. Snap of the ball. Option. Going to go right. Turn it up. Run. Spin. Get away. First down to the 35-yard line.
Nice job again by Kellen on the option. Has a choice here which way to go and whether the pitcher to keep it. The odds are he's going to keep it, just knowing Kellen. But great job. Gets the first down. Keeps the drive alive.
Has he pitched this year?
Oh, yeah.
Once or twice?
Occasionally.
Does a good job. Individual effort getting that first down. After that, an incompletion on first down, followed by another sack on 2nd and 10. Sets up another huge 3rd down. Kellen comes through again to keep Oregon alive.
Going to go back. Pressure comes. The blitz, they pick it up. Throws it over the middle. It is caught by Witherspoon for the first down.
Nice job by Kellen sitting in the pocket. Nice job protection-wise. Good job on the route construction. And then his eyes come back, finds Spoon across the middle in the open spot. Hits him, first down.
I think at this point, everybody with any green anywhere felt like you're going to win the game. I mean, it just felt like that.
Well, I knew we were going to get a chance to win the game. I really felt that. You know, whether it be a field goal attempt or a touchdown. I wanted a touchdown. Unfortunately, we can't handle that one. A pass to the sideline would put the ball out of bounds.
They got a penalty, so it moved it into their territory on this play right here. Terrence Whitehead got taken down.
Yeah, 10-yard holding penalty, defensive hold, and they tackled the receiver.
So now first down, right at midfield, looking down over the middle, and incomplete, intended for Cameron Colvin.
Just couldn't quite get there. Pass led him a little bit too much.
You feel like one more first down is going to give you the chance to win it. Another one that may almost end the game right there, but still, one more first down away.
Yeah, we needed to make a catch, make a play.
Then on 3rd down, Clemens goes back looking for Maxwell here at this point as we're going under 2 minutes and too far for Maxwell. So one of those plays.
Yeah, they battled on that play. It was a tough play because Mark couldn't come back to the ball.
And then here it is, 4th down. Obviously would have put Oregon in field goal position, and like you say, it just doesn't get you. Just your heart goes out to Keith Allen. You don't. What can you say? You just feel awful, and it's a tough deal.
Yeah, and it shouldn't come down to one play. Kellen again tosses the ball out there, gives Keith a chance to catch it, and he's again just couldn't make that catch. He's made other catches for us and helped us in the past. Will help us again in the future.
It just got into the pads there, and Kellen Clemens, the first one over there to say, "Hey, I've been there before," and Terrence Whitehead as well coming over. So you see a lot of team unity, and this team still has 2 big games to play for. Cal comes back in. They're able to run off the clock. They had 12 guys on the field that actually helped them.
Yeah, it was a tough deal. They got the first down, but I had to take the penalty, which when the clock would start, it was 6 to 1, half dozen others. Difficult deal. Thought we might get one more shot at it, but it didn't work out.
As it is, 1 point short of beating the number 4 team in the country. A gutsy performance. Boy, what a game. Can't hide the disappointment, though, for the players. There's no more moral victories with this Oregon program, but you also sense a resolve to finish the season the right way despite the loss.
I just think it's execution, that's what it comes down to, no matter what coverage they threw out there, we had guys open, we just didn't execute, so I think we just need to execute and work on that, that's a critical part of football, execution.
You have to get over, that's our business. We have to worry about UCLA now. But yeah, it's heartbreaking. We'll probably dwell on it for a day, maybe a night. But like I said, we had some players we could have capitalized on. If we could have them back, we'd take them, But that's the game of football. They made some plays, and they came out on top.
You prepare and work hard as a team to be able to execute in those sort of situations, and everyone's doing what they can to move the ball downfield, and we were close to getting an opportunity to try a long field goal, and As a kicker, you don't get many opportunities to redeem yourself, and I was just hoping that I would have gotten lucky.
We're just disappointed right now. And we had a game in our grasp and let it get away from us. And so right now it's just how we bounce back. We got to show resolve and come back next week and get a win against UCLA.
Yeah, I was stunned more than anything. I was just stunned because Keith comes through. So I just figured that he was gonna make that catch, but hey, he missed it, and it happens to everybody. So, I'm not faulting nobody.
I'm pretty mad, to be honest. We're going to go out there next week and prove to everybody that we are a really good team. I think we showed the country today that we are a good team and that we probably should have won that game.
It's tough because we had our opportunities. We just lost to the number 4 ranked team in the country by 1 point. But we battled. We're proud of the way that we battled. And we'll be back next week for UCLA.
And, Coach, I think probably a lot of respect earned on both sides of the ball. There was a lot going in as well with the coaching staffs and everything. But great performance, just 1 point short.
Yeah, I agree with what my players said. I feel I'm proud of them, proud of the way they battled, and we didn't quite get it done. And yet there's no moral victories, as you said. We have to continue to fight and battle and scrape and finish this thing the right way. So obviously our focus is all on UCLA.
And that's a great Cal team as well with a chance to play in the Orange Bowl for the national championship. So very good team. They escape the Oregon Ducks down in Berkeley. All right, quite a day in the Pac-10 as 3 of the 5 games came down to the final play, including the one with the Bruins. Team making their trip to Autzen for the first time in 4 seasons. That was that famous ESPN Game Day game. Remember that? A little different this time, but still a ton riding on it. We're back after this to talk about it on Oregon Football with Mike Bellotti.
Welcome back to Oregon Football with Mike Bellotti. A lot going on in and around the Pac-10 with only a few regular season games to go. Let's start things out. Arizona State and Stanford. Dirk Cutter's team had Lady Luck on its side. Watch this. End of the first half. Andrew Walter heaves it up there, 60 yards in the air. Look who's got it. It's Matt Miller. Actually went for a 52-yard Hail Mary answered for ASU. And then at the end of the game, 14 ticks to go. Walter in the back of the end zone. Same combination. It's Miller once again. And that would be the final margin of victory for Arizona State, 34-31. They survived Stanford. How about Alex Brink? Into the flat. He's got his receiver, Jason Hill, for the Washington State touchdown. And the Cougs beat UCLA, surviving Pasadena by 2 points. And in the Fog Bowl at Reser Stadium, how about this one between the Beavers and number 1 USC? Weather the great equalizer in this one until Reggie Bush in the fourth quarter retreated to the 35-yard line, made an unbelievable move along the sideline, and once he got to Benny at midfield, lights out. Bush goes 65 yards for the insurance touchdown for USC. They're still perfect on the year. 28-20 the final score at Reser Stadium. Joe, Coach, back to you guys.
Well, you can imagine landing in that fog last night, looking out the window.
I feel a lot luckier now, to tell you the truth.
Yeah, it was thick. UCLA, 3-3 in the Pac-10. They want to go to a bowl game. They're going to have to win this game coming up Saturday as well. The Bruins seem to, they're a tough team to figure out, Coach. They're good some weeks. They're struggling the next. We do know, though, that Maurice Drew is a heck of a running back.
Maurice Drew is a lot like what we just faced in J.J. Arrington. He's compact, built low to the ground, very strong, and very fast, and returns punts. I mean, he's a very good athlete and a threat to go all the way every play.
We haven't seen the Bruins at Autzen for a long time, not since the 2000 season. First trip back for UCLA then, and first trip for Carl Durrell as well, as we continue to look at Maurice Drew, low to the ground, tough runner. Also, Tab Perry is a good player, but also Mercedes Lewis, their tight end.
Yeah, Mercedes Lewis is a threat. He's a big, tall, athletic tight end, great receiver down the field, makes a lot of plays. Their quarterback, Drew Olson, is playing much, much better. He's a great leader, great passer. Their defense has improved the past couple weeks. They had some problems with the defensive line, but their linebackers seem to have taken it over and are making a lot of plays now.
And Carl Durrell looking forward to coming back to Autzen Stadium since he played here played at UCLA back in the 80s.
You have to have a mental frame, a mindset of understanding this is a tremendous mission to go into a place like that, to have the success that's needed to win. And it's your preparation, your focus, and it's all those things that you have to be well versed about when you enter into that stadium.
And I tell you what, there should be a lot of fun with Carl Durrell, one of the good guys in all of college football, certainly in the Pac-10. Little scouting report, Coach, to take a look at. Drew Olson, 59%, 19 touchdowns. We'll give you a chance to get the ball, though. Maurice Drew, Mercedes Lewis, they're balanced this year.
Yeah, they have good balance. Again, they've got a receiving core that supports that running game. Emmanuel White is a big guy that substitutes for Maurice Drew once in a while. He's a big power back.
And remember, that game going to be on ABC, 12:30 kickoff from Autzen Stadium. Of course, we'll see you all there. All right. When we return, imagine how tough it was on Oregon's Demetrius Williams Saturday in Berkeley. His one return to his hometown as an Oregon Duck did not turn out the way he envisioned it would. It's about a little toe. Can you imagine that? We'll talk about that next on Oregon Football with Mike Bellotti right after this.
Welcome back, everyone. Turf toe. It sounds so simple, and it seems as if it's something that would heal so easily, but that's not been the case. It can be one of the most painful injuries a football player can have. And for Demetrius Williams, it's turning the smooth operator into one tough customer. Scott Phillips has more now.
So smooth. We all know that Demetrius Williams is one of the smoothest guys on the Oregon football team. But don't let that label fool you. He's also one of the toughest. Demetrius has had to battle through injury all season long, but there was no way he was going to let this latest one keep him from at least getting in the game in front of the hometown fans.
And a lot of people don't understand the concept of turf toe. I had it once in college. It is a very excruciating, painful injury, and for him to play as much as he has this season with that injury, it's amazing to me, so I'm real proud of it. Of course, if he didn't play at all, I'm still proud of him. He's my son.
It's a tough injury to have, you know. It sounds like it's not a big injury at all, you know, a toe. You know, people say, you can play, but I mean, it hurts. But I just keep each week trying to keep getting better and just keep playing through it, and hopefully I can help the team out in any way possible, and we can get a win.
Pacing the sidelines and acting as cheerleader was his main role this Saturday. Not the way he wanted to return for his only trip home to the Bay Area, but being the ultimate team guy, he does whatever he can to help out the squad. And his dad couldn't be prouder.
Very proud of him. He's been quite a few years coming along. He's always played with a bump or bruise, and that was some of the things that when he was a youth football player, we talked about him understanding that in this particular game, you're never 100% healthy.
You know, I always see my family. I don't get to see them that often, and when I do get a chance to, it's always great, you know. Just wish we could have got the win today. You know, it's a tough game. We played hard, and it didn't end up the way we wanted it to end up. But, you know, things happen that way. The ball bounces that way sometimes. So, you know, next week we just have to regroup and come back and play hard next week and see if we can get that win.
For Oregon Football with Mike Bellotti, I'm Scott Phillips.
Wanted to honor his return trip home, and going to need him for the next couple of weeks.
Absolutely. Hope he's healthy and hope he can come and help us.
We'll see you next week on Oregon Football with Mike Bellotti. Once again, Oregon and the Bruins at Autzen Stadium, 12:30. Thanks for watching, everyone. We'll see you next time.